Okay, it's Friday evening, and Trell brought his Jeep over to swap out a tire. He got a new tire, and he had a broken stud, so we had to fix that too. And he started asking me questions about the skidders. So what were you asking?
Well, the cylinders. Why are them ones on the outside, the diagonal ones? Them ones are on the inside.
Okay. Well, this is John Deere's setup. That's how they always put their lift cylinders in between the reach. And this is the Timberjack setup. They always did it on the outside. You can see over there on that Timberjack skidder over there, maybe, that they're on the outside.
Okay. So with them being on the inside and the outside, does that give it more power? Or is it just different?
No, I think it's more for visibility when you're looking to hook up to your drag.
Okay.
The only way to change the power would be to move the cylinders away from the pivot point, or the fulcrum, whatever you want to call it, or change the size of the cylinders. So I don't think that it's more of a visibility thing. So last winter, right at the end of the winter, I did a little video about this. Even though it says Timberjack on it, it's truly a John Deere with Timberjack stickers. And the Timberjack green, where this 848G, it says John Deere on it, but it's kind of half and half. It's like a hybrid. It's got the John Deere 8.1 liter, 8.3, 8.1. I can't remember. I should know that. And it's got the John Deere axles in it, and it's got the John Deere grapple on it. So yeah, anybody that knows their skidders knows that this is a John Deere grapple head, and it's almost exact, or I think it's identical to this one. Well, this one's sunk down on the ground quite a ways. Ground's a little soft this time of year. It's just thawing out. Oh, there's still ice. Yeah, the frost is still coming out. So you were asking, so these things have a shock in them, in the John Deere grapples, to keep them from swinging as you drive around empty, right?
Yep.
All right, let's walk over and look at the C. I guess you heard me call it the C. That's short for the 460C. So on this grapple head, they use more of a brake system. You put a little tension. These are like cupped washers, and that's what holds the tension on the braking system. So that's what keeps this from swinging around when it's empty.
All right. So you see these two blades. Why does it come up and back, but it connects here? Now you do this one, and it comes up, but it stops right here.
That's a very good question. You know what we should do? We should walk over to the 380A, and I'll show you the evolution of skidder blades. I think it's just my opinion. Let's go look at that. All right, so this is the 380A. I should show it. It's a Timberjack 380A with a little. Whoa! There goes a rabbit. Well, this one's got the narrow tires on it, the 24.5s. But Charles was talking about the, what did you call them, the horns?
I always called them horns.
Yeah, that's...
They would come up and then stop right here. They don't go back at all.
Yeah, but okay, so I think what I didn't like about these is when you had tree length like this, and you're trying to push your pile over, sometimes a tree would roll and get on the backside of the horns. Okay. And then you had a heck of a time getting them off. Heck of a time. You had to turn and twist to try to pop it back over them horns. So that was a bugger. So now you know why. So, my phone's starting to glitch. That's not a good sign. So the trees can't roll over this as easily, but they can still get between.
Okay. Smaller ones.
Yes.
And then this one, not at all.
Right. No way for it to get in there. So that's a pretty good design there.
So over time, they thought about it and they improved it.
Well, they improve some stuff, don't they? They got some more improvement and thinking to do, don't they? All right, so we might as well talk about the chains a little bit too, huh? Let's see. So this is, we actually replaced the chains on both these skidders last fall. We did this set first and that set later. So look at how aggressive or meaty those studs are, and there's more of them. There's a lot of them on here. Where this Nortrax stopped selling that brand and they went to this brand, and I can't remember the brands, but these are more of a U shape. They're not near as big or as tall, and there's not as many of them, so they're not quite as aggressive a chain, but they still work pretty well. But you can tell we didn't run that skidder as much because there's still paint on them. Maybe the paint was better on those chains, huh? I don't. But the paint's pretty well worn off of these ones. Well, where are you going? So the other thing we were talking about is how chewed up these tires get. And chains are supposed to save the tires.
Well, how about down here? You can see that it's loose.
Oh,
you ever tighten those up?
You're not supposed to point that out. You know how many people are going to give me a bad time about how loose those chains are?
And when you're standing back there, you can't see them in the end?
Well, maybe I didn't show it. Well, those are loose too. We might as well just let the cat out of the bag and all the neglect. I'm picking on you. Yes, I'm still recording. But anyway, chains do save tires, but they also chew them. Because you can see these front tires, they've never had chains on them, and they're much better shape, but there is some chunks.
But could this be because the chains are always moving because they're not tight?
Oh,
Could that be part of it?
Are you giving me even more bad time about running loose chains? It must be Spiff's fault. Say, Spiff, you got to run tighter chains.
Spiff, you got to run tighter chains.
Because look at this tire, Spiff. These tires look much better than the one you run.
Who runs this one?
Anybody? No. Throw somebody under the bus? Who's Spiff? Well, so this one's got a winch on it, and I think it had a cable on. We've never used it. This one does not have a winch. That one, the 460 over there does. The 380 does. The 380A, I should say. But we don't use our winches. The only time we use them is if somebody's stuck, which is me most of the time.
Thinking the dozer.
Oh, well, thanks. Now everybody knows I get dozers stuck. All right, it's getting time for me to go home. It's getting late, so I just want to thank Trell for helping me make this video.
Well, supper time, and thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Till next time.
Until next time. Wait a minute, are you going to be my new spokesperson, or you can be my new superhero? How's
Helper?
that?
There you go.
All right. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for watching.